First started performing when I was about 8 years old in front of the church, and didn't get into country music till I was 10. Man, I was super excited, but I got nervous for the longest time, just being in front of people. But over time, that kind of wore off. It was more of like a gradual thing. Like I learned guitar and singing at a young age when I was 7, and started playing just worship music. I think high school, it was really like, I'm gonna try and start mastering my craft now, And so that's when I started playing lead guitar and started to have idols as far as like my music idols that I look up to and want to try and be like. And then in high school, I just started a country band and really just kept momentum from that. Like writing songs, that took over 3 years. I wrote all my songs on the first album in high school. And then so when we went to go record them, the recording process took about a week and a half. It has been hard recently in college more so because, getting a degree here, you kind of want to use it to work after college. But here recently, I feel that God just really called me to do music. And so I'm going to do that full time. And my fiance, soon-to-be wife, she's going to be working too, hopefully remote, so we can both be on the road.
David has worked so hard for his success. Like, a lot of people, you don't realize the work that goes into one show, right? Like David, sometimes for shows, it'll take him hours to set up, and then he's on stage for however long the gig is, like giving it his all, and then he has to take all that down and like pack it up and then go home. But he was always very persistent that I want a 9 to 5 to be able to come home to my wife and hopefully kids one day. And so a couple months ago, the opportunity kind of presented itself for David to pursue music full time. And both of us hadn't really logistically sat down and thought about it, but also hadn't really considered like, hey, maybe this actually would work. And then when we did finally do that, it was kind of like, why wouldn't we? This is the best time of our life to ever try this before we, have responsibilities and kids. I'm excited for him. I know that this is his dream, and so for David to get to do something that he loves and hopefully see it be able to support our family, like that is, what more could you ask for from a job, The more licks that he learns and then more new songs that he learns, he just continues, I think, to fall deeper in love with music, which is really cool to see.
It's a big job just getting by. Now I'm kind of seeing the opportunity to play music full time and live off, what I make music-wise.
Yeah, he gets really serious, like game face on before shows.
Dog eat dog world.
I try to help calm his nerves because he does still get nervous because it's important to him. So to see his family just like rally behind him and be a part of it, knowing his family, like, it's not surprising in any way, but it's so sweet that they have just like given up and sacrificed so much of their time and energy to see him pursue his dream.
They were very supportive, and it was really exciting to just see, wow, like our kid can go and perform some. I don't think it was ever like, man, he could do this for a living. And I wasn't even that way. I was just like, I wanted to be a football star, at that age. I'm forever grateful for them. And, Emily, my sister, playing drums for me is about the best thing ever. Just the relationship we have.
She's such a badass. Like, to have, first of all, there's not that many girl drummers. And then for you to like be up there with your brother, like, their friendship is really, really cool. But then also just being like kind of co-workers too, and seeing the band really kind of vibe off of their dynamic it's priceless.
And my dad's a sound man and runs sound for us, and my mom helps with the merch table and getting the checks and stuff, and Shelby helps her with some of that stuff too. So it's great to have kind of your family as a team behind you. Like after the show, each night we sit down, or either in the car or when we get home, we talk about the show, critique what we need critiquing on, talk about the high points, low points, and I think that really helps us bond as a team and as a family too.
We sat down a couple months ago and listed out like a bunch of different goals for him about different venues that he wants to play at and different just like career pieces that he wants to see happen, and I want to help him in any way that I can to reach all of those. And so right now for me that is helping with merch. I order the merch, but I also, being kind of the like logistical thinker of the two of us, I think that I will be helpful in like keeping his dates set and making sure he gets paid and making sure that we have our bills covered and that they're gonna get paid on time.
Golly, it's helped so much because I am the dreamer, and I dream unrealistic things sometimes and have very high expectations, and I'm very naive, and she sort of brings me back down to where, all right, we need to figure out certain things first, you know, and one thing at a time, figure out goals, small goals, big goals, long goals, you know. And she's been great as far as meeting up with people who, you know, very important meetings, and people from Nashville and stuff, and just helping me, you know, realize, you know, what they're really saying and asking the hard questions, which I, you know, can't think of. So she's just a great part of the team, and very wise and smart and logistical too. So
I want to see David make all of his dreams come true.
Man, for now, local Texas country artist, but the goal is national for sure. So.